Want to see a liar?
I want to say it very clearly. I will not defund the police.
Lie.
I am in favor of defunding the police.
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt, who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Oh wait, another lie.
I was speaking about Zerafui, my father's cousin.
Doesn't wear a hijab.
I don't really have opinions about the future of Hamas and Israel beyond the question of justice and safety.
Maybe he's telling the truth on this one. Oh wait, nope, lie.
The struggle for Palestinian liberation was at the core of my politics and continues to be.
I am not, and nor have I ever called for the legalization of prostitution.
You guessed it, lie.
You support decriminalizing prostitution?
Yes, my fundamental belief that sex work is work. I would be happy to work with the president and the administration.
Lie.
We need to be doing here in our city is to end the chapter of collaboration between City Hall and the federal government.
I don't believe that the role of the mayor is to police speech.
Lying again.
There are consequences for speaking up in favor of apartheid.
So just find out who you're voting for before you vote who you're voting for.
So they don't know what they're getting themselves into. I think, honestly, we should have American citizens running for these positions. I mean, I don't understand how someone from another country is going to run for one of the most top prestigious positions in all of the United States. It should be a lifelong New Yorker who knows the city of New York. That's my opinion.
He has said 4 times that he's going to disarm police here in New York City.
Well, come on. But he's going to have his own private security and make sure he's safe, right? But the city of New York is not going to be safe? That doesn't make any sense.
Because will a whistle stop a criminal?
Yeah, right. Social workers too are going to come save the day. No. We need more cops, more people on the streets. People need to feel safe in New York. We're one of the biggest cities in America, so we need more police, not less.
And people from all over the world come to New York because they're fleeing their countries that are being led by socialists, and now he wants to turn socialism here inside New York City.
It's false hope. It's like all this pipe dreams. People don't realize what they're really getting themselves into. It's not going to do anything. It's all a bunch of garbage. He's just talk and talk and talk. That's it.
Now that SNAP and EBT ran out, this one's going to blow your mind because migrants in New York City were getting more food money per day than actual American citizens. And yeah, that was actually a thing. The average American on SNAP and EBT gets about $7.59 per person per day to buy food. But the city of New York was handing out prepaid food debit cards to recently arrived migrants, many of whom were here without legal status, worth about $12.52 per person per day. That means migrants in New York City shelters were receiving 65% more in daily food benefits than American families, trying to get by in the exact same city. And here's the part nobody talks about. That $12.52 isn't even a federal program. It's not SNAP, it's not EBT, it's paid for by the New York City taxpayers. The city doesn't even give an extra food card for struggling citizens, to seniors on fixed incomes, to homeless veterans sleeping on the same streets, but show up yesterday without documentation and you're prioritized. This isn't about compassion, it's about political choices. And those choices are telling you exactly where American citizens land on the priority list, which is dead last. Do you think this is a right move by New York City to give more money to illegal aliens than it is to actual Americans? Let me know in the comment section. Appreciate you.
I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist.
What are you cheering about? I never saw people so excited from two failed cultures' mindsets. This just shows that the Muslim Brotherhood plan to conquer North America is succeeding. Didn't you have enough when they took down 2 buildings? Now you elected someone that is going to take down the whole city. The left's logic, electing a radical Islamist who is a democratic socialist to fix the city in the name of equality, justice, human rights, while the same groups he is claiming to protect are going to be the first one to get hurt. Free buses? All of the homeless, the drunk people, the criminals will be all over your buses. Who cares if they will be free, when it will be a Russian roulette if you will survive the drive or not? Dealing crime with a hug? That will not empower criminals at all. And now you will have free childcare, and you want the rich to pay for it, the rich that you hate. And I wonder what will be the DNA of the new teachers. New York City's future is gone when people like him will control the minds of your little kids. From a young age, they will hate United States. exactly the radical Islam's tactic to conquer the West. People that voted Mamdani are people that voted from feelings, not from thinking. Mamdani gave them the whole package to feel morally superior. He gave them all the values that will make them feel good about themselves. It's really the same with Palestine. Supporting free Palestine sounds moral, but in the end, all they did is supporting Hamas. Supporting Hamas is making sure that the Palestinians will keep on being oppressed by their government, and they will get killed again in a war that their government will open. The people who supported free Palestine don't care about the Palestinians. It's the opposite. They make sure more of them will keep on being victims for a long, long time. It's really the same. So you see, this mindset of not thinking but only feeling is exactly the tactic your enemies are using against you all the time. And if you think that the purpose of Mamdani is not to weaken New York City, because to conquer something you need a weak society, so you really have no idea what you're talking about.
Congratulations, New York. You just elected a man who promised that he was going to pay all your bills using the money from anyone who makes over $1 million a year. So before we fast forward to the oops, we're broke part of the story, let's talk some numbers. Currently, there are roughly 80 to 90,000 millionaires that live in New York City, and about 125 billionaires. And between those two groups, they already cover about 48% of all of the city income taxes. But now, Mamdani would like to jack up their taxes another 2%, as well as hike up corporate rate taxes on top of it. And y'all are all out here thinking that he sounds like Robin Hood. But here's what's actually happening. 10 to 15% of those millionaires are already planning to leave. Another 10 to 15% of the billionaires are shifting residency or moving operations out of the city. And another 3 to 5% of major companies are preparing to relocate entirely. Sorry, I left my crayons at home for this one, but that is a guesstimated $1.3 to $2.4 billion in lost tax revenue every single year. And when that money walks out the door, the city is not going to be chasing the rich. It's going to be chasing you. Because when the top leaves, the bill always trickles down. So when your rent starts to climb and your city taxes rise and your grocery bill goes up again, it's not because the rich got greedier. It's because your mayor ran the investors, the jobs, and the tax base out of town. And the only thing that's left to tax then is you. Is this the part where I say, I hope you get everything that you voted for? I know I'm still getting everything I voted for. Pretty dang happy with everything I voted for. Anyways, this was fun. Have a day.
Comedian actor Tyler Fisher here, and I just made the decision. I am moving back to New York City. I've been in Texas for a year, and I have to be there for Mamdani. I just do. I know a lot of people will be surprised by this, but like, dude, I'm so sick of living in Texas where I don't even pay state income tax. Think about that. So I have to like find things to do with my money. Like this is my third coffee of the day. I'm going to buy a paddleboard. I'm hiking, new shoes. And it's like, I'm just done with it. I have to give up 52% of my income. I have a car, which is like, it's so toxic cis white male of me. You know what I mean? And they're charging money to take buses here. Charging money. So what do homeless people do if they want to go on there and sleep and piss and shit and stab somebody? They have to go and fundraise to get on a bus? Like, what the fuck? So I'm just going to get back there and get back to the Gays for Palestine protests.
Even the bikers aren't assholes.
And like, nobody has assaulted me today. I'm sitting here, literally, I got cash hanging out of my pockets. No one's called me a racist, toxic, cis white male. What am I doing here? America's to be abused and live in a tiny studio apartment and welcome illegal migrants into your space. I'm going to have probably 10 living with me, sharing a bed, because I care. And my dating life here is amazing. Like, women, they like when I take charge. They like when I lead. They're nice. They're feminine. Barf, gag me.
I prefer a woman with a shaved head, 8 cats, who hates men, the patriarchy, but still wants me to pay the bill.
And what if I get attacked right now? What am I supposed to call the racist cops? No. Mamdani's going to have therapists come and talk out the problems. Hey, excuse me, why did you just shoot that guy in the face? Maybe it's a childhood fear of eye contact. Really get to the bottom of the problem, you know? I'm tired of feeling like a man because there is no gender. You know, and I'm in my Audi alone listening to my own music, but how can I deal with that? There's no stranger blasting rap or some homeless guy overdosing on fentanyl, waving his dick in my face. That's just not America. That's not the America I grew up in. Freedom is so overrated.
And in Texas, the rainbows are for kids? What? No, that's for grown men in drag with fake tits and their junk hanging out, reading softcore porn to children. Come on.
I mean, I only saw 2 penises today. One was mine, and one was my dog's. Nobody's calling me a racist cracker. What a ripoff.
I mean, who can live like this? No honking, no sirens. This is racism.
I've spent 20 years building up my career, my success. Why should I keep that? I should give it to somebody who snuck over the border. Him deserves it. Praise Allah and halak.